I'd like to begin with a fact. A simple yet shocking fact.
More UFOs are reported by people in Scotland than any other country. And some residents suggest some elaborate theories to explain it. From one about a military alien collaboration to another about a portal to an alien galaxy at the heart of the church made famous by the best-selling novel The Da Vinci Code.
I believe that the secret to unlocking this doorway exists also in the chapel.
And even one about an alien grave.
It does appear to be the signature of a mass grave.
But what's the truth? Have aliens invaded Scotland? Scotland is a small European country with a long track record of association with the mysterious and the paranormal. Remember the Loch Ness Monster? The most famous alleged survivor from the era of the dinosaurs. To this day, hundreds of Scots living near the giant lake claim to have seen Nessie rear her head. And here in Scotland, the countryside is littered with ancient standing stones, and the folklore awash with magic spells, demons and curses. So perhaps it should come as no surprise that for its size there are more UFO sightings in Scotland than any other country. In one region, over half of the residents say they've witnessed a UFO.
There have been more sightings in the past 12 years than there has been collated all over the world, and they're still ongoing.
I saw a glowing cuboid spaceship.
I have absolutely no reason whatsoever to sit here and tell lies about things that I'm seeing.
Scotland's high incidence of UFO reports makes it the world's top UFO hotspot. And what's more, it can all be traced to a specific region in the heart of the country. With most sightings reported within an area between Falkirk in the north, Glasgow in the west and Edinburgh in the east, it's been dubbed the Falkirk Triangle. This is an area of 500 square miles of hills, fields, long dark nights, high unemployment and of course a lot of UFOs. At the epicentre of the Falkirk Triangle, there's a small village called Bonnybridge. People here claim to be so unnerved by all these frightening aliens in their midst that in 1992 they turned to this man for help. And they voted him into local government. His name is Councillor Billy Buchanan, and he's a worried man.
We live in an area with a population of about 124,000, and we firmly believe that over 60,000 people have had a sighting during this period of time. I think that shows quite clearly something is there. The evidence is undeniable. Something's happening in Bonnybridge, and still after all this period of time we still haven't got an answer, and that's what I'm striving for.
There weren't always this many UFOs in the Falkirk Triangle. One October day in 1992, an article appeared in the local paper. The first report of its kind. And ever since, people have reported more and more sightings.
Wee green men from Mars. I've probably seen a couple in my life.
A worm gets swirling in the sky.
Wavy lines. Then it just went phew, like that. The circular was flashing in the sky. There is UFOs here.
But what exactly has been going on? Could all these people be deluded? Or could there really be something strange happening in the skies over the Falkirk Triangle? These were the questions a small group of locals tried to answer as they set out to find the truth. Since it hit the headlines in the early 90s, various people have tried to solve the mystery of the Falkirk Triangle. One of them has become famous locally for a library of 16 hours of video footage, which he claims records images of UFOs. His name is Craig Malcolm.
There's various different things you can see in the skies. Like see here, all we can see is basically it's just a ball of light. But it's when they start to do strange manoeuvres, they move in, they move out of focus, they change shapes. It's quite bizarre. But that one has got a kind of shape to it, as if there's lights kind of revolving around it. They just appear. They just it's like someone switching a light on, and we can actually sit in the house in the evening and just watch them flying about in the skies.
Craig arranges meetings of like-minded friends. They spend whole nights trying to record evidence of UFOs.
At one point we were doing sky watching every single night. It just got so silly. You're good at doing your day's work and you're good at doing like 8 hours, 10 hours sky watching at night time, and you're only having maybe 2 hours sleep before you go to your work again.
Like Craig, Councillor Buchanan made it his personal mission to try and explain these peculiar sightings. And he came to a startling conclusion, that the authorities were collaborating with aliens.
The government know what's going on in Bonnewoods, and they ain't telling.
Spurred on by his need for answers, Buchanan's quest led him to the nation's capital. And as he protested, so the profile of the Falkirk Triangle grew, and all the people in the land got to hear about the plight of Bonnybridge. Yeah, OK, that's enough, thanks. But the government had a secret weapon to counter Councillor Buchanan's demonstrations. Nick Pope has spent over a decade reading the reports of the sightings and debunking them. And as he took on Billy Buchanan, an argument ensued.
But there has been a concerted effort to get my mouth shut, and it's not going to happen. The only time that my mouth will shut when it's closed for good.
But Billy Buchanan's efforts were lost on Nick Pope and the special department he ran to investigate the sightings.
I've got little time for conspiracy theorists who talk about a massive UFO cover-up. I mean, I've worked a UFO project from the inside, and I've seen no evidence at all to suggest that there's any attempt to keep anything from the public.
Their argument led Councillor Buchanan to claim that Nick Pope had a hidden agenda.
Nick Pope, I believe, is a government plant, and Nick Pope is here to distort the whole scenario.
Before long, the fight between Councillor Buchanan and Nick Pope drew the attention of other people who were themselves trying to determine the causes of all those UFO sightings.